As the total and complete collapse of the cryptocurrency markets around the world continues unabated, many are beginning to ask some very serious and very pointed questions. The collapse is actually accelerating. Many don't understand why, because they refuse to see the truth. The game is up. The Ponzi scheme has been outed. And for fear of causing a worldwide financial cascade, they have decided to take it apart in increments. But make no mistake, it's going to be taken apart piece by piece. And eventually, you'll never be able to get your money out. If you have any money in any cryptocurrency, get it out now. Because they're going to seize it eventually. They've already begun. Over a month ago, 17 December, I made a video basically laying all this out for everyone, how cryptocurrency has been tied to money laundering, to trafficking, to all sorts of criminal activity, and they were just trying to put a pretty face on it. I used the example of the series Black Sales, where they had stolen a bunch of Spanish gold and then converted it to black pearls and rubies and emeralds, trying to hide their ill-gotten gain. Well, this is exactly what's going on now. Bitcoin may drop as crypto bubble pops. The rise and fall in Bitcoin value is akin to a financial mania. Quote, the mass marketing of Bitcoin reminds us of the activity of stockbrokers in the run-up to the 1929 crash. This is from Paul Jackson, Invesco's global head of asset allocation. This isn't just some random guy on YouTube like Florida Maquis. This is what they're doing. They're taking it apart. Now, real quick, had you listened to me, had you listened to the Florida Maquis a month ago, let's see how much richer you'd be. Well, let's see, it's down 18%. So that's $18 per 100. So I'll let you do the math there. That's how much just in that short amount of time. If you would like to get read in on the framing effect, which is the primary tool function that they're using now, the Bitcoin pirates, to keep people stuck in cryptocurrency, join us over at Patreon. It's only $1, and believe me, I've had people come there and say, thank you for waking me up about cryptocurrency. You saved me a ton of money, orders of magnitude more than this $1 cost me. It's even less than $1 if you sign up for an entire year. And if you go over there, you look at the content, you don't think it's worth it, I'll refund your dollar. I've done it for multiple people. I've even refunded people who've paid for an entire year. Not a problem. Ask the crypto pirates if it's refundable. All the money you put into the mining rigs. We've been able to speak truth like this because of our partnership with Vimeo. And thank God every day for them, because it gives us the ability to take the gloves off. We've got 6 videos up over there just in the last couple of weeks. There's a library going back years talking about psychological operations, 24 cognitive biases, 24 logical fallacies, the framing effect. In yesterday's video, we talked about the series Colony. Now, some might wonder, Florida Mikey, why do you talk about this series so much? Well, Season 3, Episode 1 of Colony, the series from, I believe it was, I don't know if it was AMTV or it was USA Network. It's not hard to find. It's on Netflix. What it did over 3 seasons is it made one character who was doing horribly immoral things look like the heroine, look like the good person. And this person's sister, on the right here, who was making the moral and right and correct choices, look like a villain. And nobody saw it over 3 seasons because of the framing effect. They were able to frame the decisions and every action. And nobody called this out. I've never seen a forum calling this out. They were completely mesmerized. But when you look at it critically, and that's what we did, we broke it down in yesterday's video over at Vimeo, at Patreon, and showed this. And many people were like, wow, jaw hitting the floor. Unbelievable. This is what the crypto pirates are doing, though. They're framing the idea of democratization of currency as something not what it is. You see, democratization of currency is just simply a nice way of saying money laundering. That's all it is. Because what do pirates do? Whatever they want to do. They don't work for a living, that's for sure. What do? They just go and take what they want from anyone. They justify it in their minds because life has been unfair to them. They'll cook up some moral justification in their head to go steal from others. It doesn't matter who, whether it's government or innocent people, they don't care. They just take what they want. And if there's any resistance, well, they're just going to grab their ballistic weapons and they're going to end them. Give us what we want or pay the price. That's exactly what the Bitcoin people, the cryptocurrency people, are threatening the world with. But they're so romantic. And look how much money they've made. Yes, pirates do make money. There were a lot of very wealthy pirates throughout history. Stealing does work for a time, but the game is up. Bitcoin's slump could be the start of a crypto winter that sees price crash. UBS says, here are 3 reasons why. A growing number of factors suggest a crypto winter could be on its way. The case for Bitcoin as a currency and inflation hedge is dwindling, and its tech has several flaws. Bitcoin has fallen sharply in recent weeks as investors brace for the Federal Reserve to raise interest rates. You see, they start to move the goalposts, the pirates, saying, well, it was never really meant to be a currency. It's more of an investment and long term, and you can make this. It's not something you should ever really... That's not what they sold it as. That's not what they sold it as when they first got your money. And once they get more and more and more and more of your money, every time they say buy the dip, that's what that is. It's called sunk cost fallacy. They know if they can get you to dump enough of your hard work for cash into it, that you'll value it because you don't want to embrace the idea that you're putting good money after bad. Rising interest rates are putting an end to the argument that Bitcoin is a good alternative currency or store of value. Technology has a lot of shortcomings. Regulation could stymie the development of the industry. Oh, but it gets better. UBS analysts believe there are reasons to think that things are about to get way worse. See, this is what they don't tell you. Those of you out there who've just bought cryptocurrency, who've never owned a miner, they don't understand what mining cryptocurrency is or what the network is fundamentally based on. It's based on stolen electricity. Used to free electricity, Kosovo's Bitcoin miners are now facing difficult times after ban. See, after China banned cryptocurrency, all of the miners fled to Eastern Europe, and now they're banning it there. This guy said he made 2,000 euros a month mining cryptocurrency in a mostly Serb enclave in the north of Kosovo, about 5 times the average monthly income in one of Europe's poorest countries. That's right. He was taking the free electricity that they got to rebuild their country and using it to make 5 times as much as the average working Joe in Kosovo. Making it all the sweeter is the fact Dragan, which is a made-up name, by the way, didn't want to use his real name, pays nothing for electricity used in abundance in such energy-demanding operations involving complex computer calculations to verify transactions. This is what all cryptocurrency is based on. This goes away, so does all of cryptocurrency, and its worth and its value. But because the electricity isn't free anymore, he is putting a halt to his cryptocurrency mining activities. His decision came after authorities in Kosovo announced on January 4 a blanket ban on cryptocurrency mining amid an energy crisis in the southeastern European country of some 1.8 million people. Kosovar police have carried out raids in recent days, confiscating hundreds of high-tech devices used in cryptocurrency mining. Now, wait until you hear how much electricity. We don't pay for electricity here, so why not produce it? Why is it free? Well, they were trying to rebuild their country. But with energy prices soaring, they can't afford it now. Mining cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin involves connecting computers, usually specialized mining machines, to the currency network on the internet. The electricity used in mining for cryptocurrencies is enormous. Bitcoin alone uses more electricity annually than the entire country of Argentina. You see, they never talk about this. They never talk about this cost to everyone. Panic as Kosovo pulls the plug on its energy-guzzling Bitcoin miners. Once this falls apart, it's over. You see, they framed it for you in one way that made you think it was one thing, when really it was another. And this is what's coming. And believe me, they're going to take the shares of the spoils and they're going to divide it way up at the top. And they're going to leave millions of people having lost, well, billions. And that may cause a cascade effect. And that's really what's going to cause the real financial hardship in this country. Because there's a lot of people hiding a lot of money. Or what they think is a lot of money. There are people that have taken out loans against it. And they think they're fine. They're not. They think, well, I can just cash out in a week or 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. They're going to shut off that. Because with Bitcoin is not like buying stocks. You have to have somebody willing to buy your Bitcoin. You have to sell it to another person. You don't just get to cash it out and sell it back to the ether. And they knew this. When it became clear it wasn't going to be a currency, they tried to make it as some type of a speculative investment, but they didn't tell you it wasn't like other speculative investments. But nobody cared because for a while, because in the mania, they ran up the number with all of the free money from the governments and the zero interest rates. Now with interest rates coming off zero, probably 3 increases in the next year, people are going to flood. Institutions are going to flood out of crypto. Meanwhile, in Europe and Asia, they're banning it across the board and seizing the network. It's the perfect storm. Get out while you can. Get out while you can. Take $1 and get trained and get brought up to speed on how they do this. How they make millions of people, if not tens of millions of people, believe things that just aren't true. It's been a game in Hollywood for years. When you go back, I would very much encourage my audience, go watch the series. It's only 3 seasons. Colony. And look at the characters and see who you identify with. Who do you think are the good guys and who do you think are the bad guys? Then go to the Florida Maquis Patreon page. Sign up for $1 and see the truth. And you'll have one of those epiphany moments, I guarantee it. Where you realize, holy crap, the framing effect is real. And pirates haven't gone away. They just don't sail around in wooden ships anymore. They don't dress like this. They're just coming for your, strangely described, worthless dollars to add value to their network. You know, there's a great algebraic equation that would describe what they're doing. If Bitcoin is worth X, and then you add 0, X plus 0, and then you put an equal sign next to it, X plus 0 equals, could the next quantity be anything greater than X? Could that possibly be? On the other side of the equal sign, could there be any quantity greater than X if it's X plus 0? And that's what they're saying. Take our Bitcoin, take our network, take our cryptocurrency idea, add your worthless dollars to it, and that's what they're saying. Dollars are worthless. How does that on the other side of the equation make their network worth more? Or make any of their cryptocurrencies worth more? How does that work? They won't have an answer for you. I'll leave it there. God bless. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.